Yo, what's going on, man? We back once again. Go ahead, tell a friend to tell a friend. The Vibes Blvd Podcast is available now. Let's get it.
What's going on, y'all?
We on site at Grand in Monroe, Georgia.
I'm a real deal student of the game.
Yes, sir, man. We back. What's going on, man? This is the Vibes Blvd Podcast. I am the one and only First D. And we got a real short, sweet episode. This is a weekend episode. So not a whole lot of things I'm gonna get into. I'm gonna touch on a few topics. Before we get into any of the topics, though, I just wanna say thank you to everybody that's been tapping in with me. That's been engaging in the comments on the clips on the episodes. I'm really liking the direction that everything's going in right now. One thing that I need to address with all my Vibe stars. That's what I'm gonna call y'all. This is the Vibes Blvd Podcast. Each and every one of you all are Vibe stars. One thing that I need to address all the Vibe stars about right now is the subscriber count not really matching up with the view count. Like I said, man, the views are going up more than I've been getting before. The engagement is up. Everything looking good. The watch time is looking good. The subscriber count not really where it's supposed to be, man. What's going on, y'all? We got to do a little bit better with that now. Like if we gonna grow this thing, we gonna have to work together to do it. And like I said, man, I appreciate everybody that's been tapping in. It's a lot of content creators out there. It's a lot of podcasts. It's people, streams to IRLs, all that. A lot of commentary. But you hear a lot then with me right here, the Vibes Blvd Podcast. I appreciate that. Round of applause for you all for rocking with a real one right now. Let's go. Yeah, man. And just know, man, this, and you gonna hear a lot of people talk about this, man. It might look simple. It seems simple. It seems like you just sit here in front of a microphone, got the camera on, and just get to talking. But it's more to it, depending on how serious you want to be about what you're doing, especially the journalistic side of it. It's some research involved. Then you have to think about the flow of the show, how you're gonna keep the listeners engaged, voice inflections. It's a lot, man. So continue to rock with me as I continue to try to raise the production value of this podcast and continue to try to deliver those alternative views that might not always go in line with the mainstream way of thinking. Speaking of views, I do want to speak on one of the topics from the last episode. I talked about the child support topic. The question on social media that had went viral was, should the child's father have to buy school clothes if he's paying child support? It was a viral conversation, and so I talked about it on the podcast. I had no idea that even me talking about it from my perspective would get as much as engagement as it has gotten. Man, but this was one of those takes that I had that I can honestly say it seems that most people, at least the people that were engaging, were in line with my way of thinking. Sometimes when I put my takes out there, throw the clip out, everybody not agreeing with my take. And so this was one of those moments where I can definitely say it seemed like everybody, for the most part, was in line with my way of thinking. And that pretty much is that if you have a child and you're not present in the household and you're on child support, that does negate the fact that when different events, different moments come up, you still have to participate in that as well. And when it comes to the matter of school clothes, your financial contribution is needed in addition to whatever's being paid in child support. So that's how I feel about that. We'll drop a bomb one time for that. Yeah, man. Let's continue, y'all, man. Y'all rock with me. Help continue to grow this podcast, man. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe. Tap the notification bell. Whatever platform that you catch this on, the main platforms up for the podcast, full episodes right now, Spotify and YouTube. You're gonna see clips all over social media. And look, man, when you do come across my clips, just know everything is all in house. I don't have a team that's chopping up the clips for me, that's editing the clips, putting them in vertical format. I don't have that. I'm doing all that myself. Recording everything right here in the Vibe Lab. Yeah, so let's get this thing up there, man. Like we get on here, we have real conversations. I do solid breakdowns. And I feel like my voice is a voice that's needed in this whole ethos of what's going on in the podcast space. If you not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, share, comment. I need the engagement. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Like I said, man, the Vibes Blvd Podcast is here to stay. I will be a voice that people take seriously. Right now, you're seeing me on the journey getting there. So just bear with me while we continue to build this empire up. All of y'all, my Vibe stars, y'all can be right here with me. And as things do start to progress, I'm gonna come up with different ways to say thank you, to give back. And for me, it's not just, I'm not saying just when my page becomes monetized and then I'm making all these thousands of dollars off videos. No, even before we get to that point, like y'all rocking with me. If I'm seeing those views going up, comments going up, subscriber count going up, I'm gonna just start randomly picking people. We gonna do something special. I do a lot of things. I make a lot of things. So it's definitely things that I'm able to offer everybody that I think you would like, you would be interested in. So let's continue to grow this thing, man. One big major round of applause for the Vibes Blvd Podcast and the progression that we've all made so far. Let's go. Yeah. I love to hear it. Yes, sir. All right, so now that we've gotten housekeeping out of the way, we got everybody on the same page as far as subscribing. If you're watching me, you're hearing me right now, go ahead and follow the podcast on Spotify. If you listen on Spotify, go ahead and subscribe to the page on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. If you're seeing the clip on social media, follow me right there, man. Look, man, there's so many ways we can engage with one another, so let's get that going. The first thing I want to get into, man, this right here is a crazy one. It's a crazy. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the graphic for y'all on the screen. So right now, what you're seeing on the screen, you see Kendra Scott. That's the mother. She's 36 years old. And the young man in the video, let me see, what is his name? Well, let me tell her the situation. Okay, his name is Rodarius Morton. So let me tell her the situation of what's going on. Then I'm gonna pretty much get my take on it, and hopefully y'all will engage in the comments with me. Let me know what y'all think about this. So this mother, Kendra Scott, mom, 36, charged with murder after allegedly shooting and killing a man she found hiding under her daughter's bed. Okay, when I first seen this headline, I was trying to feel like my first thought is home intruder, like. What's going on? So let's get into it. And like I said, I'll give my opinion after I give y'all the rundown. So a mother in Tennessee has been charged with first-degree murder and possession of a firearm after allegedly shooting and killing a man who was hiding under her daughter's bed. Officers responded to a report of a shooting on the 3000 block of Travis Road in Memphis on July 16th at approximately 1:40 a.m. local time, per an arrest affidavit that was obtained. It was submitted by the Memphis Police Department to the state of Tennessee. Upon arriving at the scene, police found an unresponsive man lying in the front yard, suffering from a gunshot wound to the back of the head, per the affidavit. Now, remember that that he was shot in the back of the head, in the back. The man who was tentatively identified as Rydarius Morton was pronounced dead at the scene. His age has not been released. Well, at the time of this particular article, his age had been released, but we do know now that he was 20 years old. So apparently the situation was not a home intruder situation. This young man, this 20-year-old young man, was under her daughter's bed. Her daughter is allegedly 13 years old. So that right off the bat, that's a very touchy situation. I mean, honestly, as far as their age gap, it's nothing really to talk about. There's no understanding there. I'm gonna be honest though. Whether this be a stand your ground state or what have you, with her having shot him in the back of the head, it's gonna be hard to get off on that one. So in the reports I was reading earlier, it said that she had told her daughter before that if she catches him at her house, she's gonna kill him. She's gonna shoot him and kill him. So apparently her daughter snuck this young man in the house on this evening around 1. The mother came home and was asking who's in my house. So she go in the daughter's room, she find him laying under the bed. So she forces him to leave. She's cursing him out. I'm sure some choice words were being exchanged. He was in the process of leaving. He stepped out onto the front porch, and that's when she allegedly shot him in the back of the head. So that definitely, the shot from behind would definitely suggest that she was not in any imminent danger or bodily harm. Now, we don't know. He could have said, "Hey, I'm about to go get the thing, got the whip," and she could have been thinking that he was walking to his car to go get right. So in that case, her attorneys will have to argue that sort of defense. But regardless, in my eyes, this goes a little bit past the confines of the law. I'm not suggesting to just go out and seek your own justice in that type of style. But I'm saying, and I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about this as well. Your 13-year-old daughter is home with a 20-year-old man in her room. Come on, man. What are you doing? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, I wish, and I hate to say it, man, but if Miss Kendra Scott just had to shoot this individual, she should have shot him while he was up under that bed, like inside the house, face to face type shit. Really, man. Like, shoot him in the back of the head. Like I said, it's gonna be hard to get off on it. But to be honest, man, I think most sensible people will be understanding. Like, she might stand a good chance taking that motherfucker to trial. To be honest, if the charges don't get dropped, she might stand a chance taking it to trial, because what jury is gonna convict? I know for a fact. This is America, so I don't know this for a fact, but humor me for a minute. If Chow could get off with shooting a kid from behind after chasing them over 100 yards away from this store, all behind a bottle of water at that. Cho got off. So here we got potential people of the jury, and this jury hadn't been crunk up yet, so this is not me tampering with the jury in any kind of way. But here we are, potential members of the jury. This 20-year-old man was found under the bed of a 13-year-old girl. Now, the child, it's a 13-year-old child, so I'm not even gonna speak to the child's behavior, any of that. That's not what I'm here for. That's not what I'm trying to do at all. Potential people of the jury, future jurors in this particular case. Would y'all convict this mother? Y'all really want to convict this mother for taking matters into her own hands after finding this grown man in her daughter's room? What you think they were doing in there? You think they were playing patty cake? You think they was playing Monopoly, board games, PlayStation 5, GTA? Nah. And again, I'm not condoning just senseless violence, anything of that sort. But at the same time, it begs the question, what would you do if it were your child? And like I said before, she probably would have came off better handling that while he was still under the bed. Don't let him leave. Don't let him walk outside. Definitely, if you feel like you just got to shoot the guy, do it. Head up. Don't do it from behind. Cause how you gonna explain that one? But man, I don't know. Personally, walking into a situation like that, yeah, I don't know that this individual would make it out the house. It wouldn't be in a situation where I'm doing anything from behind. But with that being said, it's very easy to say all of these things when you're not in that situation in that moment. Like I don't know. I don't know what it feels like to walk into something like that. That's a very, very touchy subject. What I will say, and let me go back to it. What I will say, looking at this mug shot, it does not appear that Miss Kendra Scott is feeling too bad about standing up for her daughter, doing what she, in her words, doing what she had to do. Yeah, man. We're gonna see how this plays out. I'm gonna keep my eyes on it. Just to be able to provide updates as the case moves along. This is an interesting one though. I want to know what would you do in that situation? I mean, like I said, this 20-year-old man. He's a young man. He's 20, but your daughter 13. It's after midnight. Man, what the hell you do? Matter of fact, why you even outside of I don't know what family functions? If you ever been to a family function, like why you know my daughter? Like this, and that's something else that I think is a more important point that needs to be addressed. Like it's no reason why somebody that's 20 years old should be involved in that way with somebody 13. It is no explanation for it. It's no way to make it okay. And the crazy part is, we've all seen it done. Like we've all been in high school and seen the mid-20s, even up to 30-year-old coming by, picking up the girls that's 14, 15, 16, 17, picking them up. What, you think they're going to eat ice cream? They're going to take a walk in the park? See, I think this type of thing has been overlooked for too long, man. Like, you got to start shaming these weirdos that for whatever reason, like I don't know if they have a problem with talking to people that's more closely on age with them, or I'm not really sure the mentality behind it. But man, we got to start shaming these weirdos. Like this 20-year-old young man, he probably would still be living right now if that type of behavior was looked at in a bad light. Like if everybody wasn't just going along with it, and the crazy, the crazy part is sometimes the parents be going along with it. They be knowing that their daughter dealing with somebody older. Sometimes the folk family be having money and all this other type of good stuff. So it be other little benefits that come along with it. But yeah, man, sometimes the parents be going in line with it. They know their daughter's moving around in a way that they probably wouldn't like the world to know about. It doesn't seem like the case for this particular situation. She's definitely seeing like she wasn't with her daughter being in no situation with no dudes that old. So I don't know, man. We just gonna have to see how this thing plays out. But for Rodarius Morton, he lost his life out of this situation. But for him, even being involved with a 13-year-old in that type of manner, man, we gotta go in and give him a big boo, man. God. Boo. Drop a bomb. That's crazy, man. It's crazy. I don't understand it, man. It's like people. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a perfect person. I never proclaim to be a perfect person. But I will say, like, I have I don't know, man. It's that thing in the back of your mind where you when you go to the bathroom and you washing your hands, you got to glance up at that mirror. You got to look at yourself. You got and in your mind, you knowing that you grown as hell messing with somebody, a child. You grown as hell messing with a child. I don't know, man. I just can't reconcile it. But I'm not even attracted to the childlike parts of a woman. Like some guys, it's so weird. Some guys are into girls with braces. They love to see girls with braces, and not saying that only children get braces, but it's like a more juvenile type look. It's weird. It's weird. A lot of child aspects get sexualized, like the whole schoolgirl thing. And that's a big one. The whole schoolgirl thing is another weird one. Like, what are you saying that you're into? What age do we typically find these schoolgirls? Like, this ain't really no college shit. Like, these not college girls that you're fantasizing about when you really be into that schoolgirl shit like that. So I don't know, it's something to think about, man. It's a lot of weird stuff out here, a lot of weird people out here. It didn't start today, and unfortunately, it ain't gonna stop today. It's one of them things that's shit. Until we start to condemn that type of behavior and embarrass these people and shame them, this shit ain't gonna stop. It ain't gonna stop. So, man, we're gonna move on to the next thing, man. We're gonna give some updates. There have been some updates in the Nolan Wells investigation, and just to kind of bring everybody up to speed, in case you haven't heard about it, Nolan Wells was an 18-year-old Mississippi man. He was on the 4th of July. He was on Horn Island. It's off the coast of Mississippi. He was on Horn Island with a group of friends. The group of friends left the island around 3 p.m. Apparently, or allegedly, Nolan told his friends he was going to stay behind and leave for somebody else. But they still had his phone. They made it back. Everybody made it back. Nolan didn't make it back. 2 days later, they found his body washed up on that island. It's from my point of view, it seemed to have been major cover up going on there in Mississippi. I believe it's Jackson County. I'm not sure of the city. It's Jackson County, Mississippi. What I've recently found out as I've been kind of researching this case, just to try to get a better understanding of everything. There's some things like the fact that when this immediately happened, the sheriff's department immediately came out and said they don't believe that there are no signs of foul play, no arrests were made, no real interrogations. I know they spoke with some people, but I don't know if they put any pressure on anybody. Now, what I recently found out though, there are laws that govern things that happen on water. They're called maritime law. So apparently, as a boat operator, it's the law that anyone that you leave with has to also come back with you. So I think that's something that should have been in question from the jump. Like, you know, as a boat operator, these are laws that you should be aware of. So you left with these amount of people. Why everybody didn't make it back? If this is how this is supposed to go down. And it's just very strange that Nolan didn't make it back on his boat, but his phone made it back. Like I know some people are, you know, sometimes people are like really good friends with one another, but who's cool enough with these people, with their friends, to say, all right, y'all go ahead, y'all take my phone with y'all. I'm gonna leave with somebody else. I don't need my phone. And what's crazier is that there's video that's come out where you can hear who people have been claimed to be Nolan in the background saying, "Give me my effing phone. Give me my effing phone." So his phone made it back with the boat, with the guys. He didn't make it back. They're strange. Also, Nolan and his friends, all of them, to my understanding, are under the age of 21. Who's providing the alcohol to them? They've seen in pictures drinking, holding beer. No telling else what else they had out there drinking on. So who's providing alcohol to these underage individuals? It should have been immediate. Like that's what I'm saying. Like these parts of it should have been addressed immediately. And what's even crazy? Well, I'm not saying it's crazy, but what's happening right now? The Jackson County Sheriff's Office and Nolan's family are both. They agreed to partner up and do forensics on the phone, so that both sides will have access to the information in the phone at the same time. Now, they're teaming up on the forensics for the phone. However, as far as the autopsy goes, the county is doing an autopsy, and then the family is doing a completely separate private autopsy, because we know how it is in these corrupt counties. What'll happen is because everybody tied in together. You had a medical examiner, coroner, and we did an autopsy. We see no signs of foul play. Everything checks out. Look like, hey, he drowned. It was natural. It just happened. When you're able to get your own independent autopsy done, it makes it impossible for them to come with the bullshit. Because you got somebody that's not tied to nobody in this country ass hick town, this racist ass place. You don't have, this is a whole other different organization that's going to be performing this autopsy. And so I think that's definitely a good sign. Now, one of the more recent updates that happened as of today, the district attorney actually, Let me go back to it. Okay, so yeah, after meeting with the Mississippi District Attorney, it's announced that the full results of the death investigation will be presented to a grand jury. Now, what this means is that the grand jury is going to be who determines it if an indictment comes down. Now, a lot of people were looking at that as if it was a step in the right direction, when in reality you need a grand jury to indict, but you don't need a grand jury to charge. Charges could have been filed for the various things that I named already without having to even let this get to a grand jury. So what I've been seeing across social media, a lot of people believe that this the fact that the district attorney is taking this to the grand jury to look at is just posturing. It's just just going through the motions, and so we'll have to stay locked in with everything to see what comes of that. But it's crazy, man. Like I said in 2 episodes ago when I was talking about this, man, it all reeks of foul play, cover up. It's nothing you can tell me to convince me otherwise, and it's gonna be very, very interesting to see how this thing pans out, because I think that if Jackson County, Mississippi come with the bullshit, because this case is so big, it's national now. Who knows? This shit probably international. Like, they look at America like, y'all been killing these black folks for too long, bro. Like, and then it should be bigger than just the government. Like, it's the people, like the people, down to the kids. Like, they growing up with these fucked up ideologies, and a lot of this shit ain't changing, man. But everything I'm saying as of now is alleged. We don't know for sure, but like I said, my opinion is very strong, and that's how I feel. But we're gonna have to just see how everything pans out, man. But I will say it in watching the different press conferences that have been coming out, and watching and reading different articles and things like that. What I can definitely say for sure is that his family don't seem like the ones to play with. Like, of course they're upset. This is probably unimaginable pain, but they seem to be very level-headed people. They seem educated, and I believe they might have some money too. I don't know, but it don't seem like these some broke people that y'all dealing with, and so. I don't know, man. This one right here, I believe they gonna see this one all the way through. They gonna see it all the way through. And so yeah, we're gonna be there every step of the way to just be locked in with them, to follow along and see what's going on, and if it come time that we got to get on the internet and go crazy and make it known, we're gonna help spread the word. We're gonna do that in any way we can. So let's drop a bomb. Just for this case moving forward, and more information coming out. Yeah, man, we just gonna have to sit back and watch, man. See how everything pan out. Okay. We're gonna get on to some music. We're gonna get on to some music news right now, man. Where I wanna go first? Okay, well, Future's album, The Real Me, and boy, I will say that album, it seemed like I was saying before, man, it seemed like when that thing came out, they were getting so many mixed reviews. I was saying good stuff about it, I was saying bad stuff about it. Me personally, as a Future fan, I can say, man, it's not my favorite. But it's not a horrible body of work. If anything, man, if there's any improvements that I could offer, any advice that I could offer Future, which is probably nothing. But as far as this album goes, man, mixing, man, some of the songs are a little hard to hear, and at this level, they just seem crazy. Like, at this level, that should not be a problem. if I drop a song recording on my little setup, and somebody tell me like, bro, you know, the quality ain't quite there, we can understand that, but we know Future got a budget big you know, bigger than we can think of. Like, it probably ain't no budget like this shit, nigga. Whatever you need, do it. You know, you got access to all the best shit. So that was one thing I was thinking. Like, you know, shit just sounded kind of weird to me. I don't know. I was expecting it to be crisp, like water. But nevertheless, his album is gonna debut at #1. He's projected to sell 135,000 units. So that's definitely a win for Pluto. Round of applause for that, man. Yeah, 135,000 units. That ain't no slouch, man. You know, to pull 100K plus in today's climate, especially in the way the rap numbers have been. You know, that lets you know he's still one of the big dogs in it. So yeah, man, we just see how all that pans out as far as how people feel about the album down the road. I don't think that this is gonna be one of those ones for Future. Like, it's definitely not gonna be one of his classics. And to be honest, knowing that he sold his masters, a percentage of his publishing. I'm not sure of the deal. I think it was a publishing deal he made. Knowing that he sold his publishing from all his previous works, he could just be trying to grow his catalog, get the catalog back up. So that means you got to put music out. Because you sold all the other shit off. That's the time to start over, trying to rebuild this motherfucker. So for all we know, these songs could have been songs that have been in the vault type shit, or throwaways and like shit. Let me just put a project out. But yeah, we're gonna see how the reception changes as time goes on. You know, everything as far as his visuals and all that, everything is on point. All the videos look good. The rollout, you know, everything seems to be high level. All but the sound of some of the songs, man. And that's the biggest gripe for me. So yeah, man, go ahead and give another round of applause for Future, the real me. The real me. Now, we got Future out of the way, man. Now, an album that I definitely got to talk about is this Rick Ross album, and I'm gonna be honest. And I feel bad to even say this, man. I feel bad to say it, but I think, man, some of the online stuff that Rick Rossman had going on, man, it kind of made me feel like the music wasn't gonna be there. But I feel bad for saying it because it ain't never not been there. Ross ain't never, when it came to the production value of everything he's done, production always top tier. He definitely got a distinct sound. Everything just sound luxurious. And this album, his new album, Set in Stone, did not cut any corners there. He got a list of features on there. I haven't heard every single song. There's 19 tracks on there. I heard a few of them. He got a song with Gucci Mane on there. He got a song with YFN and Lucci. It's a few features. And I will say, as far as the rap albums that have dropped this year, in my humble opinion, this is top one and top two. Only album that I would put above it, if any, would be the T.I. album, Kill the King. This Rick Ross album, Set in Stone, is a solid ass album. And honestly, with how many, like, it's the beat, the production. Like I said, it's big boy shit. I want to play a song. I want to play that song with Lucci, but I don't have the same luxury. Like you look at some of these reaction pages, some of the bigger podcasts. It's like they can play these folk songs, do these reactions to it. The minute I try to put somebody's song on this motherfucker, think I'm finna play something, this motherfucker, that shit gonna get took down. I'm gonna get strikes against my page, and then we ain't gonna never reach those goals that I was talking about in the beginning. But yeah, man, Rick Ross, Set in Stone, definitely check it out. I don't know what his sales gonna be looking like. I seen that the numbers on YouTube wasn't too shabby. I was just looking at his YouTube channel. That wasn't looking too bad. So I don't know what the numbers gonna be looking like. But by the time this year is over with, depending on what come out, man, I definitely think this album gonna be in that conversation of one of the hottest motherfuckers, the best rap album to drop this year. And so I'm definitely give a major round of applause to Rose, Set in Stone. Set in Stone. And man, one thing about Rick Ross, this motherfucker here is a troll. I'm talking about to the point, I mean, he trolls so hard that it almost be like crash out status. Like, some of the shit be cringe. Like, it was like, I can't even believe he said that shit. Like, come on, bro. And it was so much of that type of behavior online that I just started thinking like, this album probably ain't gonna be worth a damn. Like, I'm thinking that he just worried about seeing who he can beef with online. Like that's what it started to look like at a point. But I'm glad after hearing the album, man. I'm glad that this motherfucker is as solid as it is. Like it's a real solid body of work. Shit sound good. All the songs sound like butter. They crisp. It ain't that little issue that I was speaking on about Future's album. You're not getting that. You're not getting that from Rose. This shit here top tier. Sound real good. Like I said, as far as I'm concerned, it ain't even. It's not even a conversation. Like any other rap album that came out this year, it ain't even in my conversation of the best outside of this Rick Ross album, Set in Stone, and T.I. Kill the King. That's my opinion. That's how I feel. Give a gunshot. Drop a bomb. And not even trying to be funny, but speaking on dropping bombs, I'm gonna end off this episode right here with piggybacking off of where I was with the war in Iran on the last episode. Just provide updates. So the clips that I put out speaking about the war in Iran, they got a lot of traction, and I felt like after watching it back, I felt like I didn't do it justice in how I covered it. Like you could probably tell that I was going off the top of the head. Like I was just going off of what I've been seeing in the news, watching on, reading on social media, read different articles that I've been reading, and just trying to, just giving y'all what I've gathered. So I got some notes now. So I'm gonna try to give a more detailed chronological rundown of the war in Iran. It's gonna be kind of long because I'm gonna start from when everything escalated in February of this year. So I'm gonna start there, and we gonna finish. We gonna end off with where everything is now. So y'all bear with me, but this is me trying to do my just dues and covering this properly because I seen how many people actually tapped into what I had to say about it, and I don't want to get this type of information out there and not give it to you properly and not be as detailed as possible when I do it. All right, so here we go. February 28th, launch of Operation Epic Fury by combined United States and Israeli forces. A massive opening salvo of nearly 900 airstrike targets Iranian leadership and defense networks. They actually killed the supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Iran immediately fired retaliatory ballistic missiles at Israel and regional United States military hubs. So we pretty much after peace talks just wouldn't work out between the United States and Iran, Israel and Iran. Peace talks weren't working out. We went into Operation Epic Fury end of February, and that pretty much when we did that, we took out their supreme leader. And again, his name was his Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. And that right there really was a major blow. Like this guy, the people loved him. He eventually after they had his funeral. When they did his funeral, that's probably the biggest funeral in all of human history. It was reportedly 13 to 15 million people in attendance. This supreme leader, Khamenei, if you watch the news in the West, if you watch our news networks, some of the right wing pundits, they'll make you feel like everybody in Iran hated this guy. Everybody, all the people in the country wanted him gone. But when he was funeralized, we seen different. All right, let's keep going. March 2nd. Israel entered Iranian-backed Hezbollah into the war, launching heavy rockets into northern Israel from Lebanon. Israel responds with an immediate counteroffensive, which quickly transitions into a sweeping ground invasion of southern Lebanon. So, by Hezbollah, that's one of the groups that Iran actually funds. It's a terrorist group. And Hezbollah has their hands in a lot of different countries there in the Middle East. So they attack Israel. Israel as a response moved into Lebanon. They attacked Israel coming from Lebanon. So Israel they attacked back, counteroffense, and actually moved into Lebanon. Now their invasion of Lebanon, what I was reading, this is reportedly the largest scale invasion that they've had in over 2 decades, over a quarter century. So it's been 25 years since they had this sort of escalation between Israel and Lebanon. All right, so on the 8th of March, the son of Ayatollah Khamenei, Mojtaba Khamenei, was appointed as Iran's new paramount leader. Simultaneously, Iran forcefully asserts control over the Strait of Hormuz. That's what we were mainly talking about during my last episode. Shutting down commercial traffic and sending global crude oil prices surging past $100 per barrel. So when the Strait of Hormuz got closed down, that's when we eventually started to feel it here. We started to see those gas prices go up at the pump, different prices of different food items. We started seeing those rise. And see, for a lot of times with these conflicts in America, we've had the luxury of not really feeling the effects of what we do across the world, what we do around the world. Like, you know, we take war all over the place, especially in the Middle East. We love it. That's the American way. That's what it seems like. And here, as citizens of America, we just don't feel it like that. You know, we like I said, we've had that luxury to kind of escape. Now we know from different instances, we will experience a touch of it. More recently, we've started to see those higher prices at the gas pump, and it really had got ridiculous at one point. It had gotten ridiculous. All right, so now we're looking at April 7th through 8th. So we were able to broker a fragile 2-week ceasefire. It was mediated by Pakistan to cool down regional tensions. The truce remains highly unstable as Israel is excluded from the discussions and military actions continue in Lebanon. So this is where a lot of people were feeling like Israel really trying to set us up. Like America will be talking to and negotiating with, trying to get things situated, straightened out with Iran. And Israel just they're not trying to hear it. They don't want peace. Their version of peace is them having as much land as they possibly can, and probably there not being any Arab nation. That's what it seems to be more and more. So Israel continued to move into Lebanon. April 13th. Order a strict U.S. naval blockade of all primary Iranian ports after face-to-face bilateral talks in Islamabad fell apart without resolution. We were trying to come get on the same page. It seems like our guys just didn't know what was going on. You got Donald Trump lying to the American people every other day, manipulating the markets. Oh, we have a deal. Iran is at the table. They're ready to sign the deal. We have the deal. We're gonna sign the deal. It's gonna be a good deal. They're not gonna ever have nuclear weapons. We're gonna have all the money. We got the deal on the way. It's the deal. The deal. Like, we still have been waiting for this amazing deal he was talking about. During that ceasefire, Iran was really having their way, and it ended because Israel's actions in Lebanon. And so when Iran closed the Strait of Hormuz, boom. After so long of that, now the United States has tried to put a blockade on Israel's blockade. So now Israel has it blocked, and the United States is trying to block. Iran has it blocked, and the United States trying to block Iran's blockade. All right, let's see where we at. All right. So on May 31st, it's the end of May. The Israeli ground incursions into Lebanese territory deepened, marking the country's most significant push into Lebanon in over a quarter century. And this is to displace the Hezbollah forces that were there. Now I'm not sure if I'm not in the Middle East, so we only get what makes it out. Fortunately, we do have access to much. We got way more options where we get media from, where we get news media from. So it is a bit easier to decipher through some of the BS. And so that's going on the 31st of May. So this is when I really, like. Of course, I've been knowing that Israel didn't want peace with these folk. But this is when it became abundantly clear, over abundantly clear. June 14th, there was an announcement of preliminary framework for a 60-day cessation of hostilities via a surprise public declaration by President Trump. This right here, I believe, was the Memorandum of Understanding. Now, all at this same time, Israel still wheeling and dealing behind the United States back. It's like we're giving them all of our information, sharing all of our intelligence with them, but it's like they're not doing the same with us. Or the powers that be on the United States side know what's going on, and they just not sharing it with us. So there was a landmark interim diplomatic agreement signed. The accord mandates that Iran dilute its stockpiles of highly enriched uranium. In exchange, the United States lifts its naval blockade and waives severe energy sanctions, granting Iran permission to legally resume open oil exports. That's on the 17th. On June 16th, it was unveiled a separate, but some kind of way, U.S.-backed security framework agreement between Israel and Lebanon meant to establish stable roadmap towards local peace. Now, when this deal happened, this was behind the back of Iran, and they didn't like that. They didn't agree with it, and that pretty much ended that understanding that we had, because the understanding that the United States had with Iran was that Israel was going to back up off of Lebanon. But Israel went behind our agreement, made a deal with Lebanon that they were going to be able to do their thing. And so Iran didn't like that. Between the 2nd and 4th of July, there are military threats issued from Iran's Joint Command warning that all oil tankers using the Strait of Hormuz must strictly adhere to Tehran's routing protocols or face force. Iran pauses operations to host a massive days-long public funeral for the late Ayatollah Khamenei. All right, July 7th, the collapse of the maritime status quo as Iran strikes 3 commercial cargo vessels in the Strait of Hormuz. The United States responds by hitting dozens of internal Iranian targets and immediately reinstating its oil embargo. July 8th, declared the formal end of ceasefire by President Trump, who explicitly warns that while diplomatic lines remain technically open, the truce has officially expired. July 13th through the 15th. The United States enforced a total naval blockade on the Strait of Hormuz. United forces ramp up an expanded aerial bombing campaign targeting critical bridges and regional infrastructure within western and central Iran. The 18th, this is the most recent update I have. The United States sustained direct casualties as an Iranian counterstrike kills 2 United States service members. Now, the United States did fire back with retaliatory salvos, reportedly killing at least 30 Iranian personnel and intensifying fears of a wider regional war. So that brings us all up to speed to where we are now. It's just so, man, it's so crazy. Like, as an American, and just seeing what these clowns, idiots, continue to get us into, and it was always my hope. I know it wasn't gonna work like this, but it was always my hope that these countries around the world know that the American people, a large portion of them, were disillusioned. They voted Donald Trump in. He's not serious worth a damn. Just hold on. He's gonna be out of here in just a little bit. I was hoping that they had an understanding and kind of just things that kind of just be easy going until he got up out of there. Then we can start back doing international business how it's supposed to be. I don't know, man. It seems to me like the people in charge currently they have some. It's like Israel has some kind of hold over these people. I can't explain what it could possibly be. It could be related to the Epstein files. It's probably related to the Epstein files, but it could be something even more deep, more sinister than that. It's just mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling that on the outside looking in, it just, many times it just seems so sensible. Like, the average person can tell you, like, what to do, the best way to go about it is, when you get politics involved, it's just like shit's just so complicated. But what makes it complicated is that people trying to make money for themselves. If it wasn't for people trying to line their pockets, line them bellies, I don't think that these situations would be nearly as detrimental as they end up turning out to be. You got people that, these politicians are also in big business in these different countries around the world. Countries that they get on United States news media and bash, but they be overseas in these same countries, wheeling and dealing, doing big business. And so it's like, to us, we sitting there trying, they'll feed us a narrative like, oh, this country, they hate America, they want to kill us. But they completely ignore what they've been doing to these people, how America has been treating these people. Completely ignore what their real motives are, or well, not ignore, but completely hide what their real motives are. And you have so many Americans that just go along with it. They make it a bad thing to ask questions. You can't ask questions. If it don't make sense to me, I'm gonna ask questions. Anybody that knows me personally knows if it's one thing they can say about me, say about old D, he gonna ask questions. If it don't sound right, don't look right, don't feel right, you got to explain that to me. This not making sense. Certain moves it ain't no way that y'all are making these moves with the American people in mind. It's no kind of way. Man, it's very disappointing. Luckily we got midterms coming up this fall. And I'm pretty sure the tables are gonna turn in a major way. And with that being said, I'm not even sitting here saying that, hey, I just want the Democrats to take control because they do such a good job. At this point, I wouldn't care who it was, but this current administration and the people that are puppets for this administration, the Congress members that are puppets for this administration, get them out of there. Yeah, man, them people don't represent what the American people want, and it's because we got access to way more information now than what we used to. It's hard for them to hide all the underhanded, deceitful, just fucked up shit that they have going on behind the scenes. It's hard for them to hide it now. Like we be up on game a little bit too good now, buddy. You can't really pull the wool over our eyes like you used to, and I think it's hard for them to reconcile that. So that's where we are with that, man. I said I was gonna keep it episode short and sweet, but it's actually a pretty lengthy one. Where we over an hour right now, so that's pretty cool, man. I'm gonna go ahead and end it like that. Just touch on a few topics. You know what? Before we end, I do wanna talk about a few TV shows. I'm not gonna really do any spoilers or anything like that. I just wanna talk about some of the shows I've been into. We got the obvious Raising Kanan. This is the last season. I mean, it's supposed to be the last season, a season or so ago, but they keep bringing it out. But this is the last season, Raising Kanan, Power Book 3. And I fuck with it. Like I don't have any complaints about it. It seems like because it's coming to an end, they're not doing everything they can to kind of develop the different storylines. Like something happens, and it doesn't seem like much follow up is done on that particular pathway. So like they seem like they're just trying to pack everything in there within these number of episodes that they have. But outside of that, and that's a critique, not a complaint. I don't have any complaints, man. The Shy is also in its final season. I think this is season 7, season 8. I'm not sure. To me, The Shy gets better and better every time. I will say in the beginning, in the very beginning, I'm talking about like season 1, season 2 type shit. Like there was some major changes in the overall storyline and some of the characters, and that was a little weird. We heard about what was going on behind the scenes and everything, which made them have to go in that direction. So we continue to rock with them. The show continue to get better and better and better. The characters and the storylines that they started to develop made what I feel like at least makes the viewer feel more connected to the people in the show. This season is very emotionally charged. It is hell. I think they're gonna try to tug on your heartstrings in every single episode. At some point, like some episodes are more sad than others, but at some point in the episode, they want to make you they want you to cry. I don't care if it's a happy cry or a sad cry. In every episode they want you to cry. I ain't saying you're gonna do it, but it's gonna be a point to where if you are an emotional person, well, cue the tears. But that show is excellent. I hate that it's coming to an end. See, some of these shows be so good, bro. Like you just want the motherfucker to just keep going on and on, like shit. Just right, like what happened to those shows that used to run for 15, 20 seasons? It's like they don't make those no more. I know, some shows it's still to be determined, but it seems like when they start to get up into the double-digit seasons, if they make it into the double-digit seasons, the motherfuckers just, shortly thereafter they call it quits. And who knows, that could be a result of us having access to so many shows, so many movies, and binge watching and all that. I don't know. The Chi. If you're not into it, which I'll be very surprised if you're not, get into it. Now let's move over to Apple TV. There's a show called Silo. This show is in its third season, but I also think it's final season. Silo pretty much is just what the name says. Like when you think silo, we think about the things on the farm, the tall cylindrical buildings that hold all the grain. So in this show, these huge silos are underground. Something happened to Earth. I can't recall from first season if it was war. I think it was a combination of war, nuclear fallout, probably biological warfare, and also the sun, the atmosphere. It's just the surface of the Earth is fucked up. You can't survive on it. So they knew that this was happening. They built these huge silos. Each silo can hold 10,000 people. It's self-contained. I think it has it's a nuclear reactor in the lower levels, and it's crazy. Like the hierarchy of it, like the more important people or the people that have more rank, they're on the top of the upper levels of the silo, and then as you start to get to the working class, like middle class, working class, and the grunge level, the farther down you go, the worse the conditions are, and the poorer the people are down there. So in season 2, something happened that we never thought could happen. Somebody left the silo, and usually that's what they have. When somebody is sentenced to death, they'll send them outside to make them clean the glass window that they see out of, and that person would always die while they're cleaning because of the toxins that are out there. Come to find out, the governmental structure that's in place inside the silo have been setting up these situations like rigging the suit. So the suit was always compromised. So season 2, I said I wasn't gonna spoil it. Look like I'm giving y'all a whole rundown. Look, man, Silo, it's an excellent show. Apple TV doesn't disappoint. For sake of me not just ruining the whole show, I'm gonna stop right there with it. But yeah, man, y'all check out Silo. You won't be disappointed. It's cerebral. It's a thriller. It's drama. It's like psychological. It's all that, man. It's crazy. It's future dystopian type shit, like in a different type of way. Get into it, man. And let me see, what's one more show I can give you? Well, I mean, I ain't gonna give you a show, I give you a network. Zeus. I'm not gonna lie, and I've said this in the beginning when I first started the podcast I used to talk about Zeus a lot. Right now they got Bad Boys going on, Bad Boys Dominican. They got Baddies Going Wild Dominican Republic. They have Baddies USA season 2. And yeah, man, I'm thoroughly entertained. Like I think, you know, a lot of people talk about those shows and the content of them and how bad they are and all. Like I feel like, bro, like even the most uptight, snooty patootie type person, like gon' undo that top button sometime. Like just relax. Like it's entertainment. Like, do I agree with how they are? Like nah, but at the same time, I know this is a show. There is a level of production value, so I don't know how real it is. It looks real. The narratives online when they go on social media, going live and going back and forth, it all seems real. But these are all consenting adults. They signed up to be there. They getting paid well, from my understanding, to be there. And so it's entertainment, man. Like I don't. Me watching a network like Zeus and all the drama that occurs there, that's not making me want to go out and do that stuff. It's not making me want to champion that type of behavior. It's a show. It's entertaining. If you don't have a Zeus subscription, and this is not an ad, I wish it was, but if you don't have a Zeus subscription, subscribe. They drop on Sundays. You won't be disappointed. If you like drama, you won't be disappointed. And I'm gonna end my show rundown right there. I'm gonna come up with a segment. I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet, but a part of the show where I just talk about TV shows. Where it's not gonna be the same shows every week. It might be this show had a really good episode, or this movie right here just came out. I'm gonna think of a name for that type of segment. I'm gonna throw it in. I don't know if it's gonna be toward the top of the podcast or towards the end, like I'm doing right now. But we're gonna work it in there some way or another. But for now, we're about to go ahead and get up out of here, man. I am your boy First D. This is the Vibes Blvd Podcast. Make sure if you're not following, if you're not following the podcast, if you're not subscribed, do so right now. Turn your notifications on. If you come across this on YouTube, send me hypes to help push me farther in the algorithm so y'all see me more. It's been fun, but that's it, man. That's all we got for you today. This is the Vibes Blvd Podcast, and I'm out. Let's go.
You in the gym, we on site, Grand in Monroe, Georgia.
I'm a real deal student of the game.